Vampire Thieving was introduced with Darkmeyer and is currently the best skilling method for profit in-game, currently about 5 mil an hour. These provide the coveted blood shard drop, which from my rough testing seems to be the same drop rate as Elves' teleport seed drop at 1 out of 1024. I personally received one after about 1400 pickpockets. A fellow clanmate received one at 200. I've heard quite a few other people get them around 1k pickpockets, so it definitely seems accurate. The shards can be used on an amulet of fury to turn it into a blood fury, which heals you for 10% of the damage you deal for 10% of your hits. The shards are currently 5 mil each, and you can receive 2 of them while using the rogue's outfit each drop. But I really don't think this will last long, as the amulet seems to have a pretty niche use case. Definitely abuse these while you can. Elves have much higher requirements, but I expect their shards to consistently be better money than this method. If you watched my video on elf thieving, this is incredibly similar. We don't have the exact failure rate for these guys, but from my testing it seems fairly similar to elves, which have a failure rate of 47.5% at 99 and 37.3% at 85. They seem to have a marginally higher success chance due to their lower thieving requirement, but you still fail very often. Vampires require completion of Sins of the Father, the most recent quest in the Vampire series, with fairly high requirements. They also require a minimum of 82 thieving, with a dramatic boost in success rates at 99 thieving with Thieving Cape. This method is flat out not worth doing without obtaining the rogue's outfit. This doubles all loot from pickpocketing, and that also applies to blood shards when you get one. Artie Hard Diary is also recommended, as this will increase your success rate by 10%, as well as a Thieving Cape if you have 99 for an additional 10% success rate. You also are going to need to have the Vire outfit you obtained during the quest. If you dropped it, you can reclaim from a chest in the Meyer Key hideout. We use this outfit to get to the spot where we pickpocket the Vires without getting attacked. You can alternatively pray melee as you run to the location to save 3 inventory spaces. You're also going to want a good supply of dodgy necklaces. These have a 25% chance of preventing you from getting stunned or damaged after failing a pickpocket. For gear, starting out I wear the Vire outfit with rogues in the missing slots, dodgy necklace, and Thieving Cape. I swap to full rogues once inside a building safely. For inventory, I bring my remaining rogue's outfit pieces, and I leave coins, bolt tips, and runes they drop in my inventory between trips. The Draken's Medallion allows us to teleport back to Darkmeyer, and I bring a Desert Amulet for restore between trips. You can alternatively use house tabs or Rings of Dueling. I use a chisel to slice up their diamond drops into bolt tips. This is a more profitable option than elking the diamonds. I also bring a gem bag, as these drop a ton of uncut rubies. I'm not sure why they chose to make some of the gems cut and some uncut, but whatever. You can alternatively cut the ruby drops twice, but I found they drop so many rubies, it's worth using the gem bag. Fill the rest of your inventory with your food of choice. During the day of release, I was using brews, so I could camp longer and have a better chance at a shard drop. You could also simply use wines or baskets of strawberry for cheaper food options. Leave at least one inventory space open for coin pouch drops. There are several places you can pickpocket Vires. You need to find a building to pickpocket inside of, as the outside has Vire Watch that will attack you if you are wearing the rogue's outfit. I saw many people pickpocketing Vires inside of the mansion near the teleport. Now this definitely is a good option, as it has a lot of tight spaces you can trap Vires. But if there are still a lot of people doing this method, the Vires can move around quite a bit from people standing under them. I was using the bar in the northwest corner of Darkmeyer. This spot has a bit more area for the Vire to move, but it still has 3 spots you can trap him and pickpocket. There are Vire sentinels outside that can wander inside if the door is left open, so make sure you close it behind you when you get in there. You can trap this Vire Vormar on any of these 3 tiles. Because these aren't attackable, and their first option is talk to, you'll have to patiently wait for it to walk into place and then trap them by walking to the tile in front of them. Set your click option to 1 click in game settings and line up your mouse so it sits towards the bottom of the screen, preventing the dialogue option from moving. Then start pickpocketing. They drop a variety of items: coins, of course, death runes, blood runes, uncut rubies, diamonds, cooked mystery meat, which simply heals 5 HP, and blood pints, which are basically worthless new alcohol they added. Their final drop is, of course, blood shards. Pickpocket until you run out of food, hit your restore point, and restock on food, and teleport back to Darkmeyer to continue. Let's go over some basic runelight and game settings setup. I place the exact words, "Your dodgy necklace has crumbled to dust," inside the chat notifications plugin. This simply notifies me when my dodgy necklace has crumbled to dust. I also want to mention mouse keys. This allows you to click with the number 5 on your numpad on your keyboard. This lets you keep your mouse in place and continue to click much more easily. If you have a compact keyboard with no numpad, you can always rebind a keyboard key to left click in software or with auto hotkey. In my case, I had rebound my start key to left click. These are one-on-one inputs, so it is not against the rules to do this. I also downloaded the NPC idle timers plugin from the plugin hub and placed the name of this Vire into the plugin. This provides a 300-second timer over the Vire's head, allowing you to see when he is going to move away from your trap. There's not much you can do to prevent this when he hits 0 in the bar, but at least you can know when you will most likely have to retrap him. I also recommend setting up your quick prayers to include redemption and rapid heal. These give you a bit more sustainability here. This method is relatively low intensity like elves are. They're just a bit more annoying to trap and to restock on supplies. Unfortunately, we don't have the information about a lot of the rates here since they're so new. I would expect the pet rate to be a bit lower than elves. I'm not even going to begin trying to calculate the exact GP an hour, as the blood shards value is all over the place. They drop about 200k an hour in regular loot besides the shards, which is a good bit worse than elves for consistency. If the blood shard drops below the value of the enhanced teleport seed, and you have the requirements to thieve elves, I would highly recommend just doing them instead. For XP, I was getting around 100k an hour with 99 thieving and the cape, but I was nowhere near perfectly thieving. You could feasibly get closer to 120k or 130k an hour if you were consistently thieving. Unfortunately, restocking slows these rates down quite a bit compared to elves. And that's it for the video. Leave a like if you liked it, or subscribe. Thanks, guys.